They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody's going to clean it up.
Hi, let's start with an introduction. My name is Ravin Thompson. I'm a UNO student. I'm a third year. I'm a political science major. I'm very interested in politics and the way the government works and the way things work. And I want to talk to you today about starting a revolution. I know it sounds crazy and probably 19th century to you, but it's real and we need it to happen. If you look at the statistics and the things that happen in certain communities based on the colors of certain individuals and their cultural background and their ancestors' servitude, they're being held down. Basically held underwater, held under concrete. They can't grow and they're stifled and they're crippled. And the things that are going on in the community, drug dealers fighting over turfs and killing each other and killing innocent children and innocent people. People dying for no reason at all. Only because they're being stifled. Only because they can't find jobs elsewhere. Only because even if they do find a job, 9 times out of 10, they won't make enough to support their family or even support themselves. People are starving to death. The school system is terrible. It's bad. It's really, really, really bad. And we're distracted because of what we see on the television and elsewhere and on the radio, and our favorite rappers are talking to us about certain things that we want to hear because we don't want to face it. But it's time. Certain laws were made to hold certain individuals down, like the marijuana laws. Do you know where the groundwork for the marijuana laws come from? Do you? In the 1930s, Mexican Americans came across the border smoking what they called marijuana. But it was already called it was already called cannabis in America. They were growing it, selling it, using it as clothing, hemp. They were doing all type of stuff with it. But since the Mexicans came across the border smoking it, a guy, well, we're going to say a racist guy, he went and made false propaganda and pamphlets with lies stating that marijuana caused mass murder and people to dance crazily. And he brought it to the Senate and they looked at it and they passed the law because they didn't know what marijuana was, because it was called cannabis on American soil. But the laws were basically passed to keep the Mexicans, just to punish the Mexican Americans and to keep them from wanting to come to America. And those laws still stand today, even though we have research that shows marijuana has medical purposes. And in other states, it's even legal recreationally. And just last year, a Louisiana man was sentenced to 20 years in prison for possession of 0.5 grams of marijuana. They're killing us. They're teaching us how to put our head down and consume. They're not teaching us how to live. They're not teaching us good values. That's why certain individuals go crazy. The school systems suck. The poverty rate is skyrocketed. We're killing each other. The government is watching it happen. Please wake up, get sparked, gain knowledge. It all starts with you. And I'm the spark that's going to lead my generation out of the dark. And I want you guys to be the sparks that's going to follow me. Every revolution begins with the spark. And that's me.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job.